On this episode of Truthful Tuesday, we're going to talk about my experience at Disneyland. And as someone that's only ever been to Disney World, I'm not gonna lie, Disneyland was hard, like really difficult. And I want to also preface by saying I went to Disneyland in October of 23, and about March of 23, I started to realize that I am autistic, so those things might have affected how I experienced Disneyland, so it's kind of hard to say. But I'll just start off. The first day, we didn't sleep much, which we never do before a Disney trip, so that's always like fun. We had to have a layover somewhere, and that flight was delayed, but we finally got to California, and we did I want to say it was called Lansky transportation, and that was no problems with that. We got to our hotel and checked in and went to the room, and like no problems. And then we ate lunch and we went to Disneyland. And maybe I should start off, this is probably the first thing that may have set me off, is like you have to have like Disney World, I know, like I'm so bad, but like you had to have the exact ticket you were using on your Magic Band ready, because I was using Magic Bands, and so I had my Oogie Boogie ticket, so then I had to quickly like change tickets. So that was probably the first like thing, and it didn't upset me immediately. Then we went to the show about Mr. Lincoln show. We rode Buzz Lightyear Astro Orbiters, and we were just kind of like walking along, and then we kind of got to Fantasyland, and it was really, really crowded. And let's also preface, I am someone that like looks at everything. I looked at maps before we went. I studied different stuff, like I knew what I needed to know kind of deal. And yeah, it was really, really crowded for me personally. And so then we kind of walked around some more. It was also so frustrating. I had Genie Plus, and there were still like no rides to do at all. So that was like kind of also like a frustrating kind of thing. So we were right around the Winnie the Pooh area, and I just lost it. Complete meltdown, crying. And I was like so overwhelmed, so like frustrated. So we went back to the room. I'm still like crying, bawling mess. And I literally remember saying like, I wish I hadn't come. Like, I wish we hadn't even come. I wish I hadn't wasted all of this money to come. And it was so frustrating in that moment. And just thinking back, I mean, like I was a mess. I was like so just overwhelmed and so frustrated, but I finally calmed down, and we were able to go back to Disneyland that evening, and we had a decent rest of that day. We watched the projections on Small World, and that was okay, but one of the biggest things was like nobody I had ever seen, like, and I follow different people that go to Disneyland all the time, they never talk about the crowds, like, at all. And I know this was like close to Halloween, and I guess that's why, I don't know, but like, so that was kind of the first day, and this is already getting long, so I guess I'll do a recap of every day. That is kind of the first day at Disneyland and how I got overwhelmed. Also, I am 100% a Disney World girly now, for life. I hope you have a great day.